My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. I don't understand this place, I'm leaving. I mean, that's about both edges of it, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I'll get it at some point. I currently do not get it. We are needed in Grey County is what I'm being told a couple times over here. Forge the documents for Don T, though. If I recall correctly, in the Gateman Fortress, we can find for ourselves a forgery. Excuse me? I seem to be alone? Hello? I also appear to be... Oh, naked! I forgot that! Why did I do this to myself? Oh boy, should I? Yeah, I'm just gonna surrender. There we go, I'm now covered with scabs. Hey buddy, you did find me. I should probably pop some clothes on. Scarecrow, sick, spooky armor. That's a lot of spooky armor. Fuzzy Bubsy, the firefighter's helmet. I mean, giant maggot. Then the blue officer's sidearm. I mean, realistically, I just don't want to be doing physical damage, right? I just need to be doing a moxie-based damage that is other than physical. 30 sacks seems good enough to me. That'll do it happily. All right, the offhand, reduce all enemy stats by 5 once per fight. Now these are all, active abilities that you can do once. I like the pom-pom. And in fact, if we have the pom-pom, I can get Deuce the Toilet Gator back, because he can penetrate through armor. In terms of our shoes, we have not been using the Russian clogs yet. A dancing Russian plumber's favorite and least favorite thing. Clogs and clogs. Adds a kick when you're Russian places. As for our ring, I mean... a couple of these I could equip even though they're just sellables. Fights will be extremely chaotic, tricky timpani. Realistically, what I'm looking for is something that will help me... basically, probably help my ally, right? Realistically? Increase your familiars, muscle mysticality and moxie by 3 at the start of the combat. Something like that. For the sake of Deuce. And then for our accessory, Monster Club Sash is the most effective. Just in general use case scenario. Alright, we're well equipped again. Sneak past him with my Moxie. Yo, you get down and do the Cossack dance. You get back down there. Show me some true Moxie. Wait, hang on, are we not actually going to continue doing that at this point? Dinner bell. There we go. Ooh, a forge, presumably for hammering on terrible gator metals. And mob documents? You grab a nearby hammer and pound on the documents for a while and you got an item, forged mob documents. Excellent. I'm gonna make my way back to Ocean City, just pass these off first. And then we will proceed. So the mob documents... Oh, I got a call from Rufus. That's out. At SIT, rather. I call Rufus back. Hi, I'd like to order a pizza to go and no anchovies. Sorry, I must have the wrong number. Wait, Rufus? Oh, hi, Ryan. Can you come to my lab? I've nearly finished my super quantum communications. Sorry, I've almost finished my quantum communications device, but I just need a couple more things. All right, I'll swing by when I can. Great, thanks. See you then. Bye. Who am I reporting to? Don? Don, are you... No? Where do I give the mob? Where do I give the mob? Drop the books. Ah, there we go, in the sewer grating out front of the antique sewer. There we go. This is the great Benny One-Tongue said to drop the books, documents, and evidence into. I drop everything through the grate and you feel great doing it. And then I'll go pick up my message from Don T. Hey, Benny here. Hey, Benny. It's Ryan. Oh, hey, nice work. Stuff looks great. The pickup guys left your payment behind. In the sewer? Yeah, jeez. The tourist just walked in. I gotta make myself scarce. I got stuff to do today. He hangs up. Swell. Benny One Tongue said the boys left some meat here for you. I checked it out. You reach down into the sewer and grab 500 meat. I'm gonna get rid of my barnacle remover, which doesn't work apparently. I pour it down the nearest drain I can find. Hey, there's one very nearby. I sell the book off for 467, so books are just money. Got it. For you, not as bad as a whole pack. I'm not gonna start smoking. I can get a little bit of extra money while we are here as well by going over to the boardwalk and wearing a couple of different hats. Excellent. We get a little bit of extra alchemical material from our friend. Okay, Tony Fiasco, what is the last hat you've seen me wear? You've seen me wear a tricorn. Okay, well, since then, I think the judge's wig and everything past that is new. Sudden tricorn, and then I think I'd worn these for you. I'm gonna check the mildewy sailor's hat just in case. No, you already got a picture of that one. Good. Okay, so this at least seems to agree with our reckoning so far. What's that, a judge's wig? Perfect, I love it. Took a photo, got 30 meat. Eventually, he's gonna give me a payoff for showing him enough of these, right? What that? Okay, excellent. Got another 30 meat there. Then, I'm looking for the giant maggot. I don't think you've seen this one. What? Okay, cool. Then, a fine china helmet. Hat! Okay, cool. Then he's gonna look at the fire bucket hat. We've also got the Fuzzy Bubsy, the firefighter's helmet, a couple others. God damn it! And then he just keeps taking photos. Firefighter's helmet. Click. And a Fuzzy Bubsy. I love that he knows it's called a Fuzzy Bubsy. I wouldn't have known that off the top of my dome, even if it was sitting there. Scarecrow hat. Of course. Of course he knows it by its real name. And then the diving helmet. Excellent. Oh, you know what we should probably have a think about at this point as well? 11 in all stats. Can I do that? If I was wearing the optimal head dressings, could I do that for myself? I mean, the friendship ring would have to be different. Honestly, the main problem, as far as I can see it, is like I'm missing. What are my current buffs? Realistically, right? What effects do I currently have active? I have one effect active from booze. I have orb touched. Do I not have a cat boon right now? Oh, I do have a cat boon, but my cat boon is just 3 cold armor. Oh, wait. Covered with scabs, giving +3 to maximum HP. That was a positive that I got for getting beaten up there? I think? Interesting. This is to say that, like, I can get 3 extra stats right now. And I would need slightly more than that. 5 extra stats total. So I'm not going to be able to do that. Alas. Given that we can't do that right now, what can we? Obviously, we can make our way back to the Grey County. Let's actually do that. So, looking at our quest line, I could get inside the Fiend store and find Jasper. I can go to the old Gilmore place or the McMillican Cuddy, sorry, house in Grey County. I could go to the Grove Valley Orchard, Mulross, Old Fort. Basically all of these are at unique locations. Doesn't seem like many of them have an overlap at all. Now, you mentioned Jasper's not in at the moment, right? Or no, I have to get the fertilizer for you first. I see. You need that engine. Oskaloosa. All of these are a bunch of different quests in order to ultimately then get to Jasper. Got it. Locked in. I can see the matrix now. We're all ready. 4 little elven creatures step off the side of the road and circle you in a slow dance. It's horrible. Just awful the way they move. You don't like it, but you can't help but watch. It's hypnotic. Huh, you think you could watch these things dance for the rest of your life? I shake off the spell, 8 mysticality. The elven creatures are a mysterious, mystical people, but at their heart, they're a bunch of little tricksters, no different than a magician booked for your 7th birthday party. You'll deal with them the same way. Stop it! Chastened, the little creatures shuffle back into the hills. 30 experience and no more dancing, please. We're here at the old Gilmore place. Nature's bounty is being violently extracted by this monstrous machine. The mailbox reads R.P. Gilmore. Oh, and some junk mail that I can't open without a letter opener. The door is slightly ajar. I don't see a lid. What are you talking about? There is a page of what happens to be, or appears rather to be, a diary tacked to this tree, which I read. Dorothy keeps giving me socks with holes in them. She can't possibly be trying to humiliate me deliberately, but it's far too consistent to be random chance. Huh. An old plowshare is leaning against this tree, which I take. Got it. Old plowshare. It's a plowshare, and you're keeping it all to yourself. The door says, Belgrande Bomb-Proof Shelter Co. And it has a serious combination lock on it. No bomb's gonna guess this one. I set the nope. I walk away. Look, they'll give me information about it at some point, I imagine. Or slightly ajar. What appears to be a living doll repeats, just lift the bar 9 times, 9 reps, you can do it. Oh, just get in shape. I love it. There's a loose page from the diary on the table. Edith's violin is too loud for me to relax at night, but if I take it away, she screeches horribly. I wonder if I can find her a smaller one. Interesting. So this is going to be an accounting for all of the different dolls in the area that are causing rambunctiousness in different fashions. A crate of doll parts, I see what's inside, just a bunch of creepy glass eyes. There we go, here's Edith. 8 hours, no more, no less. A box of toys for other toys. See if there's anything good. Oh, a chemistry set, a doll-sized chemistry set. Excellent. This chemistry set is so small that its pipettes are more like pipettes. Ce n'est pas une pipette. A crate of doll parts. Look what's inside. Oh my god, why do dolls even need hearts? This is just pointlessly creepy. A rubber plant. One of the dolls must be allergic to real rubber plants. You need 2 socks at a time. I'm not even, wow! I don't even get to talk to them. I just have to moxify them. All right. If you're quick, you can probably grab those socks without getting eaten by the creepy doll. All pants. The shirts must be in a different closet. A leaf from the diary is nestled among dirty laundry. Must correct Velma's mechanism so she'll squeeze the toothpaste from the end of the tube instead of the middle. I'm losing a fortune in wasted paste. And doll parts. Just doll arms. Dozens of little awful arms. Oh hey, nestled among them is the spring that Wendelin wanted. You got an item, the counterclockwise mainspring. You don't see what's so special about... Oh, that's because you were looking at it backwards. Yeah, this is a special spring, all right. It goes counterclockwise. A dresser, which I address. Hello, dresser. It doesn't address me back. Rude. I'm gonna steal these from you. You grab the socks and feel like a real sock du lager. What? Feel like a real sockdolager? Sock du lager. You got an item, fancy dress socks. This pair of socks is nicer than everything else you own combined. +1 to Moxie, +3 to meat drops. I mean, it's pretty good. +3%, 30%. Look, I got the 3. Come on, that's close enough-ish, right? It's a trailing 0. It's fair to, eliminate that in some cases. Not this case, admittedly, but some. The monster sash is just too many additional stats. Also, it's already giving me 20% to meat drops, so only 10% difference there. The doll playing the violin in a way that makes sleep unimaginable. A diary page peeks out from under the pillow, though, and I read it. Something's defective with Ruth. She's doing twice as much of everything as she ought to be. I must have got our gear ratios wrong. So you need 8 hours of sleep a night. The other one does 9 reps. You need 2 socks at a time. I get it. This is the code for the combination lockout side, right? So this person is rotating the left to right. This is so difficult for me. The obligatory once per series mention at the very least. Cannot tell left from right, so this is gonna be a toughie. Okay. She seems to be like playing from left to right, I guess. So maybe that's also a left to right direction for 8. Because you need a directional, right? Oh no, maybe I don't need a directional. It's just if it's a dial, I tend to think I need a directional associated with each of them as well, but maybe I don't. 2, 9, 8. Okay. Doing twice as much as you need to do, so this person's actually doing 4, despite the fact that they're saying 8. There is an 8, but there's not 2 8s. Tiny little radio produces a tinny sound. A page of someone's diary is pasted to the wall here, which of course I read. I mean, look, if you can display it. I'm stuck in a rut. Every day is the same routine. Eat breakfast, get dressed, brush my teeth, exercise, work on my novel, go to bed. Over and over, always the same. I thought the dolls would help, but they've only made things worse. I feel like I might go crazy. In fact, that sounds like a pretty good idea. I think I'll start right now. Huh. 4 eggs are a part of a complete breakdown. Excuse me? That was my head you threw an egg at. I mean, this is another person reporting a fall. A simple cupboard with a box of wafered corn cereal. It is now, indeed, bare. The name and composition of this breakfast cereal are chosen specifically to avoid infringing Kellogg's trademarks in an effort to avoid litigious hauntings. A crate of doll parts. See what's inside. Doll legs, just left ones. They must not be for dancing dolls. A modern fridge. See if its contents are also modern. They are indeed. It's full of fruity ice pops. 3 fruity ice pops in particular. A delightful frozen treat shipped here all the way from Frisco. Increases your hot armor by 6. And there's another page on the wall here. I don't feel well. I think Gladys put something in my coffee. Not just eggs, like she always does, accidentally. I believe this was purposeful. Perhaps I shouldn't have based their mechanisms on that strange old doll I found. Grace. I wonder where she went. I'm gonna warm my hands next to the stove. Get some nice warm hands. A talking doll is throwing eggs at you from atop the cabinet. Oi! There we go. Thank you. I was worried they were gonna miss with that one. Brush for 3 minutes. It takes 3 minutes for your teeth to be clean. One of those newfangled plastic-handled toothbrushes. Toilet brushes! Good lord, those are different things! It's critical you're aware of that. Toilet brushes you've read about in the papers. I take it. It's a newfangled toilet brush. The future is now ours to wield. Given enough time, science will always come up with a new way to clean a toilet. Deals your muscle plus 6 in stench damage and causes 3 poison. I'm gonna flush the toilet for 70 experience. And then equip in my hands a rod. Excuse me. Rod. Hang on, buddy. How far is this rod? There we go. So that I may fish in it. Ugh. If I'd made this thing, I probably would have flushed it too. You got an item, the grubby doll head. This doll head was not up to Gilmore's standards, so he disposed of it in the way he thought to be most humiliating. Deals your mysticality and spooky damage to all opponents, once per fight. That's a really good group clear. Okay, another diary page. Abigail loosened the pins on my barbell. It nearly dropped it on my head. She's definitely trying to kill me. I think they all are. Hellstrom can have the house and the main property. I'm going into hiding. First, I'm gonna tack these pages all over the house to make it clear that I'm insane, and then I go live in my bomb shelter. Scratch that. It's a doll shelter now. Huh. The sink is currently occupied by a creepy talking doll espousing the values of good hygiene. I look past it into the mirror, and then I'm gonna try and go fishing. So that's 3 full minutes. Nasty goo, of course. Let's continue fishing and see if we get anything at the very end. Soggy used bandage, slightly better. Glob of wet hair. Alright, never mind. I also don't have a sink in which to wash my face right now, unfortunately. There's only one drawer you can reach without having to get too close to that doll, and there's a match and a battery in there. Neat. Okay, so I now have 6 numbers. 2, 8, 9, 4, 4, 3. A doll-sized barbell. I work out with my 6 muscle. Oh, I want to work out. I get 15 experience for it. An animate doll doing a workout routine? I'm sure it's fine and nothing to worry about. A book of children's horror stories on the childless man's table. Maybe it's for the dolls. Or maybe it's for you. Yeah, it's for you. Scary stories for spooky children. I read those. Stories in the grand tradition of traumatizing children with age-inappropriate horrors. Grants an upgradable skill, Nightmare Alloy. Gives spooky armor. This book was banned at school when you were a kid. The principal didn't think stories about dentists eating patients' teeth were appropriate for children. Which is funny, because that's exactly what ended up happening to him. And then you did have to hear about it. Dare you read on? Dare. The first story is too gruesome for words. Literally, it's a full-color illustration of alligators squeezing into a school bus through the exhaust and eating all the passengers. Chilling, and all the more so because it could really happen. Do you read further? The second story concerns a group of children who trade baseball cards at school. It's all fun and games until the baseball players pictured in the cards come to kill the children. This one really happened. Derek Jeter's still in jail. Oof, you remember hearing about this one. A boy wakes up in a coffin 6 feet under. This terrified you as a kid. Now you're more disturbed by the part where the boy gets out of the coffin and spends the next 40 years self-medicating his trauma until he dies of alcoholism. Ah, the old tale of Farmer Borgia and his daughter. You'd hate to run across them on a rainy night. The more you read, the gladder you are that you did not have access to this book as a child. Then again, it might have made you better prepared for the nonsense you're dealing with now. And I continue until I spend 100 experience, and then I don't dare not today. Man, I have a lot of experience. I wonder if I have any other books that I have yet left unread. Advanced Scowling, Grit Your Teeth. You read the book and really up your frowning game. Not that there's anything really fun about anything. You got a skill, Grit Teeth. Sometimes you get so into the music that the only expression you're capable of making is a rictus of pain. Heals target for 5 HP. The back page is a bunch of exercises for strengthening your frowning muscles. All 438 of them, according to the old adage. If you do, it'll heal an additional 5. I do. You go through the exercises. It's a lot of work, but you end up with the tautest frowning muscles you've ever seen. It makes you want to smile, but you can't anymore. Grit Teeth has been upgraded. You test your newfound abilities by frowning at the book until it bursts into flames. Tom Chapman's Diary. Now that seems too relevant to me, the Encyclopedia of Blood. Just gonna read that a couple more times. Okay, media expertise. This book is so much less scary than it used to be now that it's almost as boring as a real book. You can further enhance your media expertise for another plus 10% to meat drops if you have the time and energy to devote to it, which I do. In one section, you glean a method for collecting interest on loans from peoples you've not lent meat to. The accounting is complicated, but the results speak for themselves. I continue. The author continues to convey remarkable financial advice. Maybe you should start reading the final chapter of all of your cookbooks. Oh wow, you can just end up with a ridiculous amount of the meat drops. Neat, I'm gonna do that one more time. think I'm mostly out of experience at this point. And pretty pleased with the results along the way. Okay. Oh! I think it's gonna be the first letter of each. Okay, one second here. Yeah, what do you want to set the dials to? Okay, I need to figure out the first letter. It's not a dial lock in the traditional fashion. I need to figure out the first letter of each of these. I'm using the pages to figure out the names of each of the dolls and then associating that with the number. That's where I believe I'm at, right? This page says, you know, stuck in a routine, something, not super unique. Abigail loosened the the pins on my barbell, right? So Abigail has 8. Okay? And Gladys put something in her coffee, not just eggs like she always does. So Gladys is the person in here. So Gladys is 4. So GL4. Okay. And something's defective with Ruth. She's doing twice as much of everything as she ought to be. I've gotten her gear ratios wrong. I believe the only one unaccounted for in that way, I mean, it might actually be socks. But 2 socks is the correct amount. Do not wear more than 2 socks at once. Okay, so Ruth, who was doubled, was originally 8, but should be 4. Velma's mechanism will squeeze toothpaste. So Velma is our 3. She's in the bathroom. Unfortunately, do I know the name of you? I'm gonna need to find some extra notes. There's some notes outside, of course. Dorothy, there we go. Dorothy, I do know. Dorothy is 2. And that means that only one person is left unaccounted for, and that is the person who is saying 9? No, 9 is Abigail. Hang on, so that means that the person unaccounted for is the person who is saying 8. No, not this person, because this person's actually saying 4. They're the doubled one. So where's... Ah, 8, and that's the violin player. And I do have a note about the violin player. Edith. Edith is 8. Great, okay, so let's do this in alphabetical order, which would be Abigail at 9, then Edith at 8. No, sorry, then Dorothy at 2, then Edith at 8, then Glenda, I guess? I just wrote GL. So good luck to me on figuring that out. Glissanda, that's a 4 regardless. And then we would be looking for Ruth and then Velma. So that's another 4 and then a 3. So my guess is 298443. 2 9 8 4 4 3. Okay. Right. How can I instead organize these? Because it's very clear it requires me to know the names and numbers of each of these dolls. Theoretically, there is one page in here that doesn't actually give us information as to either of those, but it does give us an order, right? Stuck in a rut. Every day's the same routine. Eat breakfast. That would be first first cab off the rank of Glenda. Glenda with 4. Okay, and then eat breakfast. Get dressed, so that's interacting with Dorothy, I think. or Dora, or anything. Someone starts with D-O and then has 2. And then you brush your teeth, and you brush your teeth with Velma for 3 minutes. Exactly 3 minutes. And then you exercise, which you do with Abigail for 9 minutes. Okay, yeah, I've got this. And then you work on your novel with Ruth, who's double timing it to 8, but is actually 4. And then at the very end, Edith prevents you from going to sleep by playing her violin for no less than 8 hours a day. I think that's right. 423 948. 4 2 3 9 4 8. You hear a click from the inside of the massive steel door. Looks like you got it. I mean, sounds like you got it. I head inside. The Gilmore shelter. Piles of unlabeled sewer crates. Oh, dang. The man cringes and backpedals frantically as you approach. Stay back! How'd you get in here? Did the doll send you? He's gone crazy, obviously, by now. No, calm down. The dolls didn't send me. Then who are you? What do you want? My name's Ryan. You must be Gilmore? Gwendolyn sent me over to see if you had a counterclockwise mainspring that he could use. I already found it, but I thought maybe I should check on you in here. You've been in the house? You've seen the dolls? Ah! Look, they're a little creepy, I guess, but they're not that bad. They're just dolls. They're trying to kill me! Yeah, I saw your diary pages, but honestly, I think you're overreacting. Diary? Oh, you mean my novel? Novel? Yes, I've been writing an epistolary novel in diary form about a toy maker who goes crazy because he thinks his dolls are trying to kill him. Uh-huh. And he nails the pages of his diary around his house and then hides in a bomb shelter in the yard? Yeah, right, exactly. Okay, so you aren't actually scared of your dolls, you're just acting it out? Like, method writing? No. The dolls are trying to kill me, just like in the novel. I'm not a psychologist, but I think you might be suffering from extreme confusion. You aren't the guy in the novel. You're the guy writing the novel. That's 2 different guys. The dolls aren't trying to kill you. Are you sure? You've just freaked yourself out by writing a scary book with circumstances similar to your own, that's all. No. Maybe you're right. Oh, okay, I'll come out just as soon as I finish the last chapter. All right, well done on becoming less mad within the course of 1 sentence. Good luck. You'd think these crates would be full of food and water, but they're full of little reams of paper. Several pairs of Gilmore's undergarments are strewn about on the bed. You were caught unawares by his cot underwears. This last diary entry is unfinished, but seems to be about a protagonist huddling in the bomb shelter waiting for the dolls to come get him. Grim. Oh, can I lock this? If I don't lock this back up, I do worry I'm gonna come back to a corpse surrounded by bloody dolls. Alas, I think there's anything else I can do if we friend. I do feel pretty good about having figured that one out. It's not the world's hardest thing, but especially after Mudhenge, I feel like an idiot. I feel like a dum-dum. It's nice to have something to build a little more confidence back in myself, you know? Dr. Adams stops and indicates a puddle of oil on the ground. That is the oil and the machinery around here that is collecting, is it not? I mean, yeah, it is. Yeah, it isn't. He pulls a small pocket lab out of his... he pulls a small pocket lab out and does a few experiments. Well, yes, I can see why they might desire so much of it. Potentially useful stuff. Here, take these. You got an item, refined and electrified oils. Refined oil. for your sophisticated lubrications. Moxie +1, AP +2. Wow. Nice AP +2. And the electrified oil. This slime is millions of years old, yet still crackling with ancient volcanic lightning. You know what I mean, right? That cool red kind you see in pictures sometimes? Oh, what's the... Oh, I've completely forgotten the name of the ancient dragon. It's not Fortisax. Is it? The one you fight in Faramazula in Elder... Anyhow, he got that. Oh, it was gonna be much better if I could remember the name, you see.
Do be careful, not to mix them up with the drinking sort of potions, though.
I still probably use them in that way, to be fair. A notice of repossession from the bank. Apparently they'd already taken the mailbox. In fact, it does look like we are about to start for ourselves a new thing to solve in this location. And that's the kind of thing that I might want to do at the top of the next episode. Until then, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Shadows over Loathing. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's gonna be more. I sidetracked myself by putting things out of order. I'm just not gonna try and rush to the very end. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, hopefully we'll see you next time.